And we are live, guys. Welcome to the Men of High Value channel, your channel for understanding the woman and the world of relationships. Today we'll talk about male slavery. My name is Joseph Darling and we are live straight out of Oslo, Norway. And as always, if you like the information from this channel, if you want girls to remain girls and boys to become men, press the like button, subscribe, and also remember that bell button to always stay up to date on the movement. Submission is feminine. Whether forced upon you or you voluntarily choosing it, submitting to others is feminine. Submission is allowing one with more power and status than you take the lead, and then obeying his or her commands. In certain situations, not being submissive can kill you. For example, if you're participating in risky activities like diving with sharks or jumping out of airplanes, those times it would be wise to follow instructions from someone with more experience than you. Duh. It's also wise to follow instructions if you know that the leader you're following wants the absolute best for you and you trust him, or if you love your job, or if you're participating in a project that you believe in wholeheartedly. But in most other situations, I would recommend calling your own shots and become your own boss. There are so many men out there that are voluntarily taking a huge whooping from others simply because they are afraid to stand up for themselves and become a boss over their own lives. Most people today are living what we call modern slavery, working for somebody else the majority of one's life just to have enough money to survive. Don't you have a greater vision for yourself in your own life? Do you really feel that your leader knows better than you what is best for you? If you don't have clarity of where you are headed, you will end up where someone else wants you to go. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. In what ways are men slaves today? They are slaves to the corporation, they're slaves to the school system, they're slaves to their religion, they're slaves to their wives, they're slaves to their parents, they're slaves to the bank, and they're slaves to addiction. Do you think that women are turned on by you being a slave? Or do you believe it's a turn-off? Kind of answers itself, doesn't it? So what are you to do? How do you avoid male slavery in your own life? I recommend two things. 1. Wake up earlier. Seriously. 2. I recommend starting your own business on the side. The world needs more entrepreneurs out there. Entrepreneurs discover what people's problems are and then they solve them. If they do a good job solving other people's problems, they get paid very well for it. If they don't manage to solve people's problems, they're out of business. It's as simple as that. Yes, I want to start my own business. I want to take charge of my own life. But I have a house and my wife would kill me. And what about the kids? And what about what other people might think? And I don't have any money. And what if everything goes down the drain? There's a really good movie called Strictly Ballroom. And at one point the father states out loud, "We lived our lives in fear." That sentence has always stuck with me, and it's one that should stick with you forever too. We lived our lives in fear. Is that what you want for your life? Is that what you want for your children's lives? Do you know that if you live your life in fear, the probability of it being passed on to your children and your children's children and their children's children and so on, the probability of them living their lives in fear massively increases. Is that what you want for them, or do you want them to grow some balls too? Yes, the fear is there, but you go ahead and do it anyway. You might lose everything, but you go ahead and you do it anyway, because it is the right thing to do. You know what will happen as long as you refuse to give up? You will actually succeed. You'll actually succeed. And your life will change dramatically. And your woman, you'll make her a very happy woman, and she'll begin to trust you. She cannot trust someone that is always taking orders from others. It's time for you to start leading yourself and ordering yourself around. What is your next step? I would recommend you contact me in the comment section or write me a message on menofhighvalue.com, and we will find out together what the next step for you should be. And I won't make you into a follower. At Men of High Value, we make you into a leader, and your life will be radically different a few years from now. My name is Joseph Darling, and this is the Men of High Value channel. Like, subscribe, and make it go viral, and I'll see you again tomorrow.